What's going on, everybody? It's Kevin here with ModMyMods, and it is a lovely Tuesday afternoon. Actually, no, it's not really lovely. The Big Kevin does not enjoy this heat. It is a whopping, well, let's take a look at the Aqua Computer temperature sensor. It is a hot 31.5 degrees Celsius in this lovely office here. Whew, it's a little warm. How hot is it? Well, I poured coffee on my lap to cool myself down. Can anybody tell me where that is? Where that's from? No? Anybody? I'll give you a nice pat on the back if you do know where that's from. That's 88.7 degrees inside of this frickin' place right now, but I'm here. I'm here for you guys. So welcome to the ModMyMods News Update. Hopefully you guys are having a wonderful afternoon. Today we have some fun things to talk about. Some interesting videos that I saw. Actually, more like one interesting video that was hilarious and I thought I would share with you guys. And a whole lot of heat. And I'm not talking about temperatures. I'm talking about temperaments. You see what I did there? All right, without further ado, let's jump right on into it. So, when we started off this afternoon, we were in the club. That's right. And we were with our buddy, DJ Turbo, bringing it in on the mix. That's right, everybody. He's mixing everything up from house grooves all the way down to talking the blues. I'll tell you what, head on over soundcloud.com/DJ Turbo for more information. He makes some pretty awesome music. He's got some pretty cool house mixes. This actual mix, this is a house mix from August 2018. Let me tell you, fantastic. Does some really, really awesome stuff, and I definitely think you should follow him and take a look at it. He's got some really, really cool stuff, and he's got a lot of tracks. I like him. You might like him too. We listen to him on the show quite a bit. That's right, everybody. DJ Turbo from New York City. Good friend Neil. Go give him a like, a share, tweet, a follow. I know I've been talking about him all the time. Pretty much every show I end up talking about this guy. I miss him. Can't wait to see him again. But definitely give him a like and a share. He would appreciate it. So would we. So speaking of likes and shares, have you seen Oris lately? The past couple days? Because I did. I thanked them today, actually, when I was talking to the phone with them. Spoke to Angela and Brian. It was fantastic. We kind of formulated some sort of game plan for what we're going to be doing next. But one thing that I did see was this Aorus gaming chair. And they say, check it out. It's the new AGC, which basically stands for Aorus Gigabyte Chair 310, which I would imagine that means it's better than this pile that's over here. Because let me tell you, this thing's a pile. The first one they made, garbage. Hot garbage. And I mean, you might as well light it on fire and throw it down the road type of hot garbage. It's terrible. So I'm hoping, maybe, considering the bottom looks like it's made out of metal, which would be better than plastic. Probably the biggest problem that I had with the other one is that it doesn't support large folk like myself. And so after a while, after you give it like two or three of those good ones, well, the whole center shaft here basically goes plummeting through the middle. And that's unfortunately what happened to our chair. And luckily we have a code monkey, also known as a JJ, who ends up fixing everything around here. And he was able to jerry-rig that back together. So thank you to him for fixing that. So we have an actual side chair here. If somebody does want to come down and hang out in the sweatbox with me and talk side by side, we could make that happen. However, they're claiming that this is supposedly one of the nicer chairs that they've made. That looks like plastic to me. Congrats, you covered up corner of the logo. I mean, it doesn't look terrible, I guess. I don't mind it. I don't mind it at all. All right, let me check the chat here because I haven't really looked at it yet. Dave, what's going on? Thanks for being here. Yeah, you were supposed to break out the glow sticks. That was the hopes there. And Travis, yes, 90s Techno Club, exactly. Make sure you got your windbreakers on. Let's see, 102. It was 102 out there today. Holy cow! What the heck are you doing? Why do you live out there? I don't understand it. It snows more than snow itself, and it's hotter more than hot itself. I don't get it. That's terrible. Apparently my lady does not like my puns, nor does she like my jokes, but she's still got to live with me for the rest of her life. So I'm sorry. You've got a long way to go because we got a lot more jokes that are coming out of here. Let me tell you what. The actual temperature of coffee was actually like 300% over what would have... Yeah, I know, but they make fun of her, and that was the whole point, and it was honestly a Futurama reference, but that's okay. Actually, it wasn't. It was a Futurama reference that was referencing Johnny Carson, but whatever. Whatever. And yes, I am. I'm extremely corny. The photos during the whole thing, and it was atrocious. Man, I got excited when you said heat, and I was thinking about heat killer ads. No, get that thought out of your mind, David, and here's why. Heat killer, if you didn't know, takes forever. Newsflash. That's right, breaking news. This just in, water cool that's made in Germany takes an astronomical amount of time to actually get things done. But let me tell you, the quality of their stuff is definitely worth the wait. I'll tell you that much. Definitely worth it. The Aorus chair is the same cheap-ass one as everyone else. Yes, absolutely. It is pretty much the exact same thing. I wouldn't disagree with you there. I hate it when my shaft plummets. Now, that sounds like a personal problem. You probably should get that checked out. Who sits like that? A lot of people. They really, they kind of give the people's elbow to the chair when they sit down in it. But maybe that's just me. Yes, it is the exact same chair with new plastic. Blake, what's going on? Thanks for being here. I appreciate it. Yes, it does look exact. I clicked on that link, legit, and definitely the exact same thing. And Jenna, yes, you'll get it soon enough. Personal opinion, the only gaming chair worth the money is the cheapo Chinese gaming chairs for $100 because they actually feature... They're actually feature rich for the price. Yes, the price of most of these gaming brand chairs, yes, they are hot garbage. You know what I really like? Lazy Boy. It's fantastic. I have a really nice real leather Lazy Boy chair. It was under $200. It reclines, and my ass doesn't hurt when I'm done with it. Don't you hate it when your ass is done? or your ass hurts when you're done with. Anyways, yeah, so the Lazy Boy is fantastic. This one that we got here from work, this is, I think, a Staples special. It's only $100. It's not bad. Not terrible. Still comfortable on the rear end. The only complaint is that it's the pleather edition, so larger folk like myself probably will sweat a little bit more sitting in one of these. But, you know, to each is their own. Whatever you like, and if you find something you like that's cheap, well, do it. But I can't imagine this gaming chair is going to be cheap. I'd have to imagine, $400. Yeah, that probably, I mean, who knows? I don't know. Maybe I'll ask Angela. Maybe she can give me a little bit more information on some of these, and we'll see what we can get to. You know, I don't know. But the reason that I was boasting Oris so much is because, well, they were so nice to actually share our Battle of Hoth build, which was pretty dope. They shared it on their Oris page, the Gigabyte page, a couple other pages, which was awesome. It's nice for a hot 10,000 like post, which is pretty cool. So big thank you to them. We're trying to work with them a little bit more to work together and try and make some more things happen. I mean, obviously with the whole COVID thing, that didn't really help much. However, you know, it's okay. We're getting there. We're hoping for CES 2022, but we'll see. See what happens. Who knows? I'm reading the chat now. Steelcase sleep chairs. Yes, no, those are awesome chairs, but they are very, very expensive. However, they are very, very worth it. It's kind of like the Herman Miller chair from Logitech that they got. Yeah, it might be $1,200. It's totally worth it. It all depends. When I was working at a television station, we had a Han stuff, and some of that, oh my God, the chair that I had, I think was like $3,500. For what reason? Who knows? But man, it was comfortable. It was comfortable. Not gonna lie. LOL Facebook user. Yeah, I don't understand that. Why does it say Facebook user? It doesn't, apparently it doesn't even like that. Doesn't even like that. You had a very nice chair. Yes, I did. I had a lot of nice things. It was cool. Not gonna lie. But a big shout out to Oris. And, you know, a couple more. Too many SSDs, my dude. No way. No way. This is for editing. I can't wait to actually get this rig back up and running and working. One of the hard drives, SSDs, M.2s, basically fried itself. So I got to figure out how to pull out the middle card here. Yeah, which isn't going to happen. So basically, I got to take it all apart, pull out some stuff, pull out that middle card, change the SSD out, put the new one in there, put it back into the RAID, let it reconfigure itself. And then I'm actually going to use this thing like it's actually supposed to be used. So, but I was talking to Oris, and I was really, really hoping, and I'm really hoping that they might be able to help us out with some new monitors and things, but I can't confirm anything just yet, because they have a whole slew of new monitors that are coming out, in case you didn't know. The 4K Gaming Pro, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, the FI32U, the FV43U, and the FO. Is that FO? FD? I think it's FO. FO48U. Yeah, that's a 48-inch, 120 hertz 4K monitor. Wow. Yeah. I'm not kidding. Yeah, it's 4K, it's 48 inches, and it's 120 hertz. That's nuts. That's nuts. That's what I want. So I asked and, you know, said, hey, maybe we could get the 43, you know, for the Battle of Hoth. That'd look pretty nice next to it, and that's what I would use for, you know, editing and whatnot. You let me know if that's something you might be able to work out. Maybe we can do that. So we'll see. But I'm not gonna lie that the fact that it's a 43-inch screen and it does 144 hertz at 4K is like, it's nuts. It's nuts. I'll just come to the Twitch chat. See, now I know who it is. It's Canadian Kevin, Mr. TPP Mods. Thanks for being here. And then Jason Proctor. Hey, I talked about you today, too. That's funny. That's pretty funny. Yes, Oris is real champ at 32-inch 4K, 144 hertz, IPS. Yes, I totally agree. I think that's pretty dope, too. Not gonna lie, though, my 2K 165 hertz still pretty bamf. I mean, G32 QC, dog. Check it out. It's under like $400, and it's dope. And it's 2K. And if you have like a 2080 or 2080 Ti, you'll actually be able to run things relatively smooth. So, just a thought. So yes, welcome to TPB. Welcome, Maven. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you guys joining us on the chat today. So yes, head on over to Oris. Not that they need more followers, but sure, of course they do. Everyone always needs more follows, but they're kind of slacking on Twitter. I'm kind of surprised. You head on over to Instagram, they got like 1.4 mil over here. They're under 300,000. Man, come on, what are you guys doing? Fix your Twitter game. Anyways, head on over there. They're doing a Valorant tournament. They actually have a $5,000 prize that you could win. $5,000 in prizes. Basically, they have like one graphics card maybe that's lying around, one monitor, and a GPU and a CPU. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know anything about that, but pretty dope. Pretty dope. Let's see here. Who we got? Oh, dude, I didn't even... Stefan. Thanks, man. Sorry, I didn't even see that you're here. Welcome. I'm sitting here with my 10-year-olds. I mean, over here, I'm not going to lie, this is probably 2000, I'm going to go 2009, 27-inch, 60 hertz monoprice monitor. That's right, monoprice monitor, when they were making like the cool ones. Monoprice monitor that only has DVI. It does not have, it has serial, or VGA, but it does not have HDMI or HDMI or DP or anything like that. So, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Dave likes the G32 QC, but man, once you go G-Sync, you can't go back. The cool part about that is you can actually flash that monitor and make it work. Because that was one of the things that I was upset about as well. Apparently, the AMD. What is it? The AMD Ultra Sync or whatever the hell their version of it is works, but you can actually trick NVIDIA's G-Sync to actually work the monitor G-Sync to actually work, which is kind of cool. So you just flash it, you go, yep, that's what it is now, and it goes, oh yeah, I can do these things, and it's like, well, yeah, of course you can. You have all the hardware, you just don't know how. They're stupid, so let me help you. So, definitely take a look at some of their monitors and their things that they got coming out. They have a lot of stuff that's going to be coming out in the next couple months. So keep your eyes open. However, they are having a tough time because, well, if you don't know anything about what's going on in Taiwan, you should read about it. Yeah, COVID's not treating them very well at all. So that, kind of limits some of the things that they can do. However, they would like your shares and likes and supports just like I would. Go give them a like, a share, a tweet, a follow. They would like it, so would we. PunchCon. I upgraded my displays last year, and suddenly I need to upgrade everything else. Yes, it is a very slippery slope. Let me tell you how slippery it is. Well, I had a 1080 Ti and a 4770K. Show yourself to the door, because I need something stronger than that in order to be able to run 2K at 165. It ain't happening with what I had. It just wasn't. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't great either, you know what I'm saying? So I was able to go to something a little bit better than that, and then I went to a 2080 Ti, so, seems to be working pretty well now. I did all that upgrading for Cyberpunk 2077, which was just I was really hoping it would be. I was hoping and wishing and dreaming. And just really hoping that it'd be great, but it was awful. So, whatever. What are you going to do? Some of the things I did find today, actually, Corey, one of our associates here that works at the shop, said that they're going to name Battlefield 6 2042. Yeah, now that's coming straight from the horse's mouth. He told me, he's like, yeah, man, I was reading that they're going to name the new Battlefield 6 instead of it being called Battlefield 6, or it might be called Battlefield 6. But 2042 is going to be in there somehow. In the name. Are you kidding me? Really? The one that I used to take the air transport and dive bomb it into the mech warrior every time and then jump out and throw some more, mines on the ground. And you'd backstep into it and kaboom, and then you hop in the hover tank and you take off? Oh, the game that was already made before? Yeah, no, don't do that shit. Just stop, EA. Like, do it right. And do it the right way. Oh, sorry. Yeah, 2142. I'm sorry. You're right. It was 2142. But does that make you even more upset? Because now they're just still playing. Oh, I said, we were kidding. You know, we're going to take that same number. We're just going to take 100 years off of it. Well, it'll be fine. No, that aggravates the crap out of me. Come on. I get it, though. I understand. Let's see. Dave says, what's the real question is, how does it run Tarkov? Oh, you mean the worst optimized game known to man? Yeah, it runs it pretty well. It's pretty good. It's fine, you know. I can't play other shooters after Tarkov. They feel so inconsequential. All right, so if you haven't played Tarkov, be prepared to be upset and cry a lot after you lose everything. And then, as long as you don't lose everything, you have a pretty good time. Tarkov is just a very, very steep learning curve. It's not like Call of Duty where you could just dump it. Can't just take a M249 and land every shot. That is not happening. I'm sorry. But yeah, no, Tarkov is awesome. Escape from Tarkov is fantastic. We can from Tarkov. As you can tell, I'm constantly on the wiki and stuff like that, looking at the things, and you gotta take into consideration the type of ammunition you're using, the type of penetration you're gonna have, what type of armor the other person's wearing, what type of armor you're wearing, and recoil, and it's unbelievable. This game's fantastic, definitely worth it. I suggest waiting until it's lovely, Warren. Get out of my shit. I suggest that you wait until there's a wipe. And what happens is, because this is a beta game still, the wipes happen kind of regularly now, which is kind of cool. But you basically will lose everything. And you'll have to start over. And that's where it's a lot of fun. Because if you know how to play the game, you get to take advantage of all of the knowledge that you know. You know so many things compared to everyone else, which is a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun, especially when you shoot somebody in the head with a 12-gauge shotgun from like 130 yards away, because they don't know. Oh, this is supposed to be the new area. I think this is supposed to be streets. Pretty sure. Yeah, streets, which is cool. That's the new map. Which, see, considering it's a beta game, is a new map. That's awesome, right? I think it's pretty cool. So you get to do a whole bunch of different things. Obviously, it is a shooter. It is a milsim type of shooter. And if you're not willing to give it some time and die and lose everything and be prepared to cry a little bit, then don't play this game. It might be a little too serious for you. But that's okay, man. Once you figure it out and you learn the maps, which there are no maps. There are online, but you can't just like pull up a map while you're in the game. So you better figure out where to go and what extract you got. Just saying. All right, so Tech Power Up was talking about other things on top of Battlefield 6, which they were talking a whole bunch of crap, which nobody really knows. But supposedly on the 9th, which is tomorrow, we'll have a better update about what's going on with Battlefield 6. Who knows? 2042. I don't know. I guess if I had to guess, it's a prequel to 2142. Yeah, if you read the Battlefield lore. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, you're right. It might be. But I mean, I don't know. Meh. Maybe on my new reg. Hey, by the way, Blake, the backplate finally came in. We had it expressed overnight. So it is here. It arrived today. I will mount it to the card. And then that graphics card will be ready to go. And we'll be able to jam it right on in there. But the only thing that we are waiting on are the screws for the custom water block. Once those screws show up, we'll have that squared away, have that tubed up. And we will get that sent out to you as soon as possible. we're working. We're trying. Tech Power Up also posted something about their Hydro X series, the 30 series reference cards. Yeah, woo, congratulations. All right, moving on. The cool part about TechCrunch was that they posted something that the US PC shipments soared 73% in the first quarter as Apple falls from #1 spot. You mean there's hope after all? The Mac may fall? That Apple trash can put itself out in the garbage? I like it. I like it a lot. Okay, that just made me giddy inside. So, moving on to new things that are coming out. Alpha Cool's got a couple new things that look pretty kind of cool. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I'm just saying. This Isofin temperature sensor that's square, like it's perfectly square. Yeah, it's perfectly square. That's kind of dope. I mean, it looks cool. Not gonna lie. There's a couple points on it that I don't exactly care for. I mean, obviously because it's a square, that means that it's a 4-way valve, right? So there's got to be, or a four-way splitter, yeah, a 4-way splitter. But it's made out of acetyl, which is cool because that means it's not going to contaminate nothing. And apparently it has a temperature sensor in it. That's cool. So the plugs that Dave just asked, anyone know if the plugs on that are acetyl or just poly? My guess from this photo looks like they're acetyl. However, I could assume that those actually might be the low profile fittings, which if they're low profile fittings, they're going to be metal. And the low profile fittings only work with Alpha Cool stuff that supports the low profile. Don't be a typical Amazon customer and go, I bought these because you said they were a stop plug and they didn't hold any water. Well, yeah, moron. Like, it specifically says for Alpha Cool only. But hey, what do I know? I don't read the descriptions or nothing ever. So that's one cool item that they got coming out. Another cool thing is that they have the white fittings. I don't really care. They're white fittings. Who cares? That's just me, though. That's just my 2 cents. They're white. They're going to get dirty immediately. You're going to use something like a glove or something maybe to tighten something down, and it's going to scuff it, and it's not going to be as white anymore. That's just my 2 cents. KT's 2 cents, not Jay's 2 cents. It's a lot cheaper and a little more hairy. That's all. So the other cool thing is that they got these distro plates, which kind of also look pretty dope. They're supposed to be for distro plates inside of server racks. However, I think you could use these for a lot of different things. I think it'd be pretty dope, actually. The C2, the C5, the C3, which, again, they're pretty dope. You're supposed to be able to put in on one side and it distros to everywhere else. I think that's pretty cool. But I don't see these coming out anytime soon. I could be wrong. I don't know what that says, so let's translate it. What's it says? On the notepad, because you like them, but it doesn't say when they'll be available. Let's see. Oh, in stock. Apparently they have them. Pretty cool. So apparently they are actually available right now. You can get them. I don't know if we have them on our website. I'm pretty sure we don't have them on our site yet. But I'm sure that if you absolutely must have these products, send us an email. I'm sure we can get them for you. And we can get them ordered on the next shipment and figure about, what, anywhere from 1 to 3 weeks it'd be here. And you could actually have one of these distro plates. Be pretty dope, actually. G-Skill is also launching another set of, oh my god, really, really, really shiny memory. How shiny is it? Well, it's really shiny. And it's even got this cool little pattern design, like it's cut like a diamond. Shine bright like a diamond, right? That's what they're trying to do. That's what they're trying to do, make it shine bright. But they got the silver version and the gold version that are coming out, and call them the Royal Elite Memory. G-Skill, please stop. Just get some help. I know, I've been saying the same thing. I'm not really sure, like, what girl's closet they found these in, but, I mean, they're neat for her, but probably not for Ram. That would just be my thought. But who knows? I mean, they're kind of cool looking. They definitely look fancy. Like, oh, you fancy, huh? You know what I'm saying? But maybe not necessarily my cup of tea. Not my cup of tea. So the last thing I did want to share with you guys is that I have a video that comes from our good friends KitGuru, Leo over at KitGuru. Well, he's a fantastic dude. If you ever get to meet him, he is one of the most nicest and humble. He's so cool, and he knows his shit too. Very, very cool. He posted a video about Computex, and it's damn funny. So it's not very long. It's only 8 minutes long, so I figured we could watch this together. Because the way that he phrases this and he does this is to die for. I think it's hilarious. So if you guys don't want to watch it, totally understand. But basically, Leo is going to put diabetes on the line to explain how Computex 2021, if you were here last show, you know how upset I was about Computex 2021. Well, I guess I wasn't the only one. Let's hear from Leo and see what he says.
I'm going to do a swift recap of Computex 2021, but before I do that, KitGuru passed 100,000 subs a long time ago. Yes, I know 100,000 isn't a huge number in this day and age.
Congratulations
but it feels like a lot
to them.
to us.
No,
Anywho,
that's dope.
My copy of the KitGuru YouTube
cool.
play button has arrived, and that pleases me, and I'm putting it up on my shelf. I'm going to illustrate Computex 2021 with Skittles. This is not a sponsored video. Mars doesn't even know I'm doing this. I bought these myself. It's just that you can get many varieties of Skittles. So
I didn't know there were that many varieties.
let us take good old traditional fruits.
An old-fashioned? There's nothing wrong with an old-fashioned. Making me hungry. I
The
want Skittles.
classic. Clearly, the classic Skittle, that's Sonic. Instead of a video or an interactive experience, they put up a web page for Computex, and they announced some interesting products that are coming soon. Understated, straightforward, happy. Classic fruits Skittles. Next we have Crazy Sours.
Let's pause this for a second. Mind you, I am drinking water, but it's out of a coolant bottle. Don't worry, it's not coolant. It's water. It's just really, really good, and it's cold, and it's one of the few ways that I can get it down here to the office. So don't worry. I'm not trying to drink mod water here. It's actual water. Well, it's clean water, so I guess it would be ultra pure. So I guess I am drinking ultra pure. Anyways.
Which look pretty much identical to the classic fruits. They've got that sour chemical taste about them. Crazy Sours, that's NVIDIA. Computex 3080 Ti, or Ti as they kept on calling it.
The GeForce RTX 3080 Ti is
Jesus.
our new flagship gaming GPU.
Jeff's back.
Not $1,000, which would be too much money, but $1,200 just because we can. No, you can't buy them, there's no stock. Yes, we're selling them to miners and we're mucking around with our drivers and whatever, and we're going to rule the world and up it to the rest of you. So, NVIDIA, Crazy Sours, because they leave a sour taste in my mouth. Wild berry.
Well put there, Leo. Well put. Wild berry. I thought these ones were supposed to be good. They look different.
Visually pleasing. Oh yes. EKWB. EK did a number of videos during Computex. They also had their showcase, which went down a storm, where Anna and Eddie showed off a whole bunch of their new products, and then I did a 45-minute conversation with Joe Roby, which was surprisingly popular with the KitGuru audience, given we were discussing radiators and 7mm offsets on distro plates and fittings. It was, funnily enough, quite dry for a piece about liquid cooling. So, wild berries. That's EKWB. Tropical. Right. I've never had tropical Skittles before. I'm starting to get the impression that all Skittles are the same. They're just slightly dressed up with pretty packaging and different synthetic flavours. Oh. Well, that was unexpected. Thermal Take. Thermal Take did a keynote that lasted 2 hours. I watched a good part of it, I recorded it all, I've been through it, and I didn't do an analysis because it was just a bit exotic. It was in depth about each case, pulling apart each case, all the panels coming off, showing you this, showing you that, showing you the other. It was like watching review after review after review, and that's why tropical Skittles are Thermal Take.
Okay, I can see that.
Skittles Giants.
Oh.
Another first for Leo.
Oh no.
Whoa.
you get a whole 5 per bag.
This is easy. Skittles Giants AMD, because literally they make your glass overflow. Actually, that's a better analogy than I expected. Because they're much larger, you have more interior to coating as a ratio. Normally your Skittles are a kind of crunchy, flavoury thing and you get some chewy stuff and you move on to the next one. There's an awful lot of chew in this, and the chew isn't actually very pleasant. It's all about the flavour and the coating and the crunch. And if you noted AMD's brilliant keynote, it was 40 minutes of just endless punching on the opposition, i.e. Intel. They didn't actually announce many products that were going to be available immediately. There were lots of things like APUs in August, and we've got our version of DLSS coming soon. Lots of that sort of thing. Nonetheless, it was a really impressive keynote. The audience, KitGuru's audience, responded very favourably to that video and to what AMD had to say. So, Skittles Giants, AMD. I'm going to have to be a bit careful here with my words. The white Skittles, the limited edition Skittles, are Pride. And as they say, share the rainbow, taste the rainbow. During Pride, only one rainbow matters. In other words, what Mars has done here is to take their ordinary rainbow-coloured Skittles and they've removed the rainbow in order that they don't overshadow Pride.
Which is a very interesting marketing tactic.
And according to the packet, these white nondescript Skittles are lemon, lime, strawberry, orange and blackcurrant. If you say so. Well, that's a funny thing. Yes, they are indeed flavoured, despite appearances. Therefore, the colours in all the other Skittles are totally irrelevant. Intel. This is Intel, and the reason white Skittles are Intel is because I had to explain what this is all about in order that you have a clue what you're looking at, and that's exactly what Intel was doing at Computex 2021. They've got products, of course they've got products. They've got products coming in a bit, admittedly. Right now, it seems to me they've got very little. But they had things they could have talked about, but didn't talk about. They got things they did talk about, and they talked about them in a witless fashion, to my mind. Slipping in the delay on Sapphire Rapids wasn't a good move, but what did they say about graphics? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Alder Lake. We've got some Alder Lake up and running. Okie dokie. Is that desktop or laptop? What's happening with that? Show us a bit about it. How's it going to interact with Windows? What's it going to be for? Nothing. DDR5? Nothing. And yet we've got a couple of U SKUs of Tiger Lake processors. Hurrah. And then there's that slightly bizarre KB SKU of processor they slipped out on ARC but haven't mentioned yet. They've got Beast Canyon NUCs. Intel has plenty of stuff to talk about, instead of which they are making noise about other stuff. And that's your white Skittle. Utterly confusing, and yet there is some thinking behind it. I keep forgetting in these videos I should be asking you to subscribe to KitGuru's channel and ring the bell so you get notifications, so do please do that. I'll get in terrible trouble. Meanwhile, which Skittle was your favourite at Computex 2021?
That, I think, was probably literally the best recap I've heard of Computex 2021. It was fantastic. Leo over at KitGuru does some really, really incredible stuff and is very, very smart and knows a lot about the industry and a lot about computer and hardware. And yeah, I don't know how you top that. How do you top that? You can't. I want to go find white Skittles though. That's kind of cool. That's actually a really smart idea. However, it is exactly like he's saying. It's like Intel. Intel has all this crap they could talk about and all of these things that they could actually do, but instead we'll just wash it. It'll be white. That'll be fine. That's all we need. It's all good. No, it's not all good. But that being said, as you can see, I'm wearing this awesome shirt. Yeah, Chiv II just came out today. I unfortunately do not have it yet. I will hopefully be purchasing it next week, but the awesome, gruesome head smasher of a game was released today. It is available on the Epic Games, and you can pick it up. I think it's only $40, which isn't bad, and it definitely would be a very fun game to actually take a look at. Now, the one last thing I do want to share with you guys, in case you didn't know, we are selling our shirts. We are getting close to selling out of them. So if you guys want one, make sure that you grab one now rather than later. And make sure if you're thinking about getting the size that you think would normally fit, maybe get one size larger and shrink it. I wear a 2X and then shrunk it, and it was perfect. You know, that it's one of those things where the XL that you typically would wear probably isn't what you're gonna want. So, but besides that, we're also working on the Darkside 24-pin rainbow cables, obviously because of Pride Month and everybody's all happy about that. And why not show your appreciation by purchasing one of these awesome rainbow cables that we create ourselves? We work with Dasmode in order to make these rainbow cables, and our very own Brony will pin it out for you and get your own handmade cable. It's pretty cool. Again, they're relatively cheap. They're only 12 inches long, so you may need 2 of them depending on how far you're trying to go or whatever. But it is a great way to show your pride in computing and rainbows and whatever you feel. So head on over to ModMyMods. We got them available. We do have them in stock. If you want some, head on over, buy a few, and we will ship them out as soon as we humanly possibly can. But that is it for this afternoon. I hope you guys had a wonderful day. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. And like I said, I'll be back next week. Hopefully we'll have some more things to talk about. Hopefully we'll be able to play some Chivalry II and, you know, hang out and do a couple more things. But until then, stay safe, and we will see you next week. Take care.